Throughout the poem Beowulf, we are shown two kinds of Germanic warlord. The honourable warlord, who spreads his wealth in feasts and gifts, welcoming guests with open arms, and the other kind, the greedy hoarders, who hold their position through fear. The former upholds stability and the social order. The latter, just like Grendel, undermines the stability for personal gain. Hrothgar is the former. Despite the threat that Beowulf poses upon his arrival, he is not killed on sight. Rather, he is offered a feast, and he is paid well for his services. Hrothgar could have killed Beowulf as he arrived, and taken his wealth, or he could have gone back on his promise of payment. But he honours his guest and treats him well. When Beowulf becomes a warlord, he rules in the same fashion as Hrothgar. Both uphold the stability and peace of the Germanic world. When Beowulf faces the dragon, just like when he faced Grendel, he is again facing into a mirror. The dragon owns land and a house, but the dragon does not host feasts, and it does not share its wealth. Its guests are killed on sight. The dragon is a monster of its own making. The reasoning is it could share its wealth and treat its guests with respect, and Beowulf could hoard wealth and admire its beauty, like the dragon. When Beowulf and the dragon face off, both are killed, but it didn't have to be this way. Beowulf was ultimately abandoned by his own men. Had they stayed, Beowulf may have survived. His men chose their own life over the stability of the Germanic world. Who will rule after Beowulf? His men were weak when faced with the dragon, so they are simply weak. They are unfit to rule, but they would still try to rule. Hundreds would die, only for a weaker man to replace Beowulf. The Swedes to the north would soon hear of Beowulf's death, and would plan to invade and take their wealth. Hundreds more would die, for useless gold to change hands. These beasts are exactly the same as Beowulf. Whether they choose to be a threat or not, these Aglika could cause unimaginable harm. Their actions can cause many thousands more men to die in futile wars.